I heard a stat this morning on my morning training call. There are typically 13 million, this is over time, 13 million U.S. households move every year. 60% of that 13 million happens between May and August. 60%. That's roughly 8 million households move in between May and August. Let's say that a household move includes a buyer and a seller. So let's cut that number in half. And let's talk just about sellers. Currently on the market in the entire United States, there are only 600,000 homes for potentially 4 million households trying to move. If you're going to talk to me about prices coming down, you're going to have to answer to me about how we're going to deal with demand. Because prices are not coming down. Demand is sky high. It's only increasing. It's not coming down. Rates, let's say rates took half those people out. You still have a huge amount of volume. Prices aren't going anywhere. So then the next logical question becomes, if you're a buyer, what do you do about that, right? Because interest rates are sky high, they're not coming down anytime soon. Inventory is so low that prices are going to stay high. What do you do? So as a buyer, what I'm going to suggest is that you look for qualified programs, right? So there are first responder programs, there are first-time homebuyer programs that kind of come and go. We had a good one in California that went in 10 days, right? Because it ran out of money in 10 days. So all of those things are going to really, frankly, serve to make this problem worse for buyers. But, take advantage for yourself and do what you can. That said, if you're a buyer who does not need to move, this probably isn't the market to speculate. So let's get together, come up with a game plan, and we'll talk about timing and when that right market will hit for you. And that way we can be ready to go so we don't miss it a second time or a third time. So now I'm sure my sellers are thinking to themselves, all right, if I'm a seller, what do I do? Because if I'm a seller and I sell my home for top dollar in the shortest amount of time possible, I'm going to become a buyer soon that needs to buy a house. I don't want to end up homeless, James. What do I do? So we have a lot of tactics for that. Obviously, with 600,000 homes on the market nationally, that's a pretty low number. There are a lot of things we can do. We can door knock, we can hit up expireds, we can obviously send mailers, we can run events, we can do open houses, which we'll talk about how I can generate sellers for you and potential places, opportunities for you with open houses. There's a lot of different things that we will employ to make sure you're not homeless. We can do long escrows, we can do rent backs, we can do Airbnbs, which we've seen before for sellers that got maybe a little bit stuck. And the long escrow with the rent back allows for you to get your money and then shop as a cash buyer. There's a lot of ways to do this.